What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Six Cars. Another big vlog coming at you today. We are heading to the Pfaff open house. So yeah, needless to say, there's going to be a ton of hypercars. I think they're closing all the roads here at Auto Park Circle, which is where all of the big supercar dealerships are for the most part in Toronto, and it's going to draw massive crowds. It's a beautiful day out, and I can't wait to show you guys what is going to show up to this event. It's a big surprise. There are some very cool things on display. We don't know what is going to roll into the parking lot. So without further ado, I'm going to head over there right now. If you haven't already, guys, remind you those magic buttons: subscribe, like, comment, and share. Also, go Arsenal against Manchester City today. Let's go and check out the Pfaff open house. All right, so here we are, arrived at the Pfaff open house. Obviously a great eclectic mix of cars, tons of Porsches, as you would expect from this dealer. We've got a Gen 1 Aventador Roadster, and I believe Verde Ithaca is the color code. That has always been such a nice car, unmodified. Great to see it like that. Huracan STO. We've got the Sterato here, finished in a nice matte blue on matching matte blue Brixton forged wheels. So yeah, not a bad little spec there. It's got the roof rack too, as you should have on the off-road Lamborghini. But beside that, we do have a Mugen RR, which I have not seen in Canada before. I don't even remember the one that we saw in Japan, to be honest. Only a few hundred of them in the world. I think this is the only one in Canada, but this is by far the most extreme version of the FD2 Civic you can get. Basically a Civic Type R on steroids. There's a ton of cool front fascia going on there with the carbon fiber and these little intakes as well with the fog lights. It's right-hand drive, obviously. Full Mugen interior, and this one is unique to the Double R. You can see the designation on the seats there. It's got the full Mugen box wing too. A very cool find. Definitely not expecting to see this here, so that's very nice. Got Roy pulling up in the 997.2 RS as well. 355 Spider, there's R8s, all of that jazz, GT2 RS. So we should have a pretty good event here today, guys. Let's go see what else we can find. Here we've got some supercars rolling into the parking lot now. The Huracan Performante here, it looks like it's got some pretty wild tires at the back. Might have some crazy twin turbo kit on it, who knows. Those are some pretty meaty looking tires though. Does sound quite loud, like 1,000 horsepower Supra over there. And there we go, we've got an SVJ rolling into. And yeah, I mentioned, guys, the drag cars. We also have the Nismo GTR here, which has some pretty massive turbos on it, I believe. If we take a look inside here, yeah, obviously a lot has been done to that engine. That is far from stock, and probably putting well over 1,000 horsepower out of that. So very nice to see that. And beside that, also have the Mark IV Supra, which does have a lot of modifications on it. There we go, better look at the 2JZ, which is quite built. You guys can see over there, ginormous turbo, and once again a very far from stock vehicle. I'm not really sure how much horsepower, but I would say, based on the fact that it's surrounded by that GTR and that Huracan over there as well, that it's probably around the 1,000 horsepower range. You guys all know the Supras very, very well. And yeah, they can put a ton of powers from those engines, and nice HREs on that too with the Brembo brakes. Great little trio of very, very fast drag cars. And now the Huracan's actually opened up here. I can actually show you guys. It has the massive slick tires at the back there, which are probably just good enough to be street legal. And then inside the back here, it is the Sheepy Race twin turbo kit. So definitely well over 1,000 horsepower, probably incredibly loud too. And on the back of the Nismo GTR, you also have the drag parachute too. So the full drag package on that thing, that is nuts. So I bring you guys inside here where the magic happens, and you guys can see the hypercar trio we have here, starting off with the Utopia. I know we've seen a few of these now between Monterey Car Week, and I think we did see one back in Monaco as well, a customer car driving into Casino Square. But this one is the press car. It's well, I think people lovingly call it the hearing aid spec because of this beigeish gray color, but I think it looks absolutely fantastic. The design of the Utopia clearly takes into account like elements from the Wyra and the Zonda as well, right from the front towards the back. And I think it just takes the best of both worlds. So like I said, I personally prefer this over the Wyra. I think they did a fantastic job with it, but it's cool with everything opened up. You guys can obviously see inside the interior, which is very Pagani-esque with all the dials and displays in there. This one is a manual too, so really cool that Horatio has gone back to sort of an analog look with the Utopia. And there is that classic AMG V12 back there looking magnificent. You can see all of the incredible suspension components too. You can see the small luggage compartments here with the leather straps and carbon fiber. Great wheel design as well. It's just a lovely, lovely car. And I'll take you guys to the back too, just so you can see the iconic quad exhaust here too, with the little louvers over the back. The small little design cues all over the place. And then over here, McLaren P1. So we have two of the Holy Trinity here from the 2010s. You got the volcano orange, which probably one of the most iconic colors for this car, between that and I would say volcano yellow as well. But this is easily one of the best looking hypercars of all time, not just this generation, but all time. And like I said, volcano orange is definitely, I would say, like top 3 colors on the P1. You can see small orange stitching through the seats as well. It is parked in race mode with the wing up, which is the only way it should be. And of course, he's got big points there for the McLaren P1 license plate as well. But really, really nice to see that here on display. And here is the other car from the Holy Trinity. We have the liquid metal silver 918. So it's not just a plain gray or a plain silver. This color, I believe, actually costs about $50,000, because what they do is they take a plain silver and apparently they hold a ton of magnets over top of the car for very long periods of time and just bring up all of the textures in that silver paint, and it gives it a nice like metallic flaky finish. And it does have the YSEC package too, so you get the carbon fiber diffuser and the different wheels as well. But inside, another interesting design cue is where most 918s you will see, they all have these like acid green stitching accents throughout the interior. This one does not have that, so it's actually quite rare, and not many people actually opted to have the green removed from the interior. So yeah, and carbon fiber roof as well with the YSEC package. Some very interesting cars here, and a great little trio, as I mentioned, of hypercars. This is really the cream of the crop when it comes to the Pfaff open house. So take your pick, guys. Utopia, P1, or the YSEC 918. Can't really go wrong, but for me, I think I'm going P1, guys. Got a nice 05 Ford GT as well, with one of, like I said, with we got a classic spec with the volcano orange on the P1. Red with the white stripes on the Ford GT is obviously pretty iconic. So yeah, good to see that as well. Very nice. And then we go along. We've got a lot of cars being worked on here. We've got the Shark Blue 992 GT3. We have an 812 GTS here. So this is the Novatec and Largo kit. So you guys will see much wider at the back. It's very much extended from the original 812, and it sounds unbelievable too. So Novatec obviously does a great job with this car, right down to the aftermarket wheels as well. You can see some additional carbon fiber parts down the side too. The whole side intakes here with these custom side blades as well. A great looking car. Some more 911s being worked on over there too. We got a nice Murcielago, Countach, lots of good selection. And here's our second Utopia. We have the full exposed carbon fiber, similar wheels to like the goldish and the gray carbon fiber accents as well. But like I said earlier, look at the other Utopia, just a beautiful looking car with everything closed here. You can see a bit more of the lines too. I love the rear wing design as well. Just the little intakes over the roof. Again, just so many cool little design elements on the Utopia, taking different parts from past Paganis like the Wyra and the Zonda and sort of mixing them all together into this nice final finished product. And lovely showroom here, very reminiscent of the Pagani factory too. So great to see a couple of Utopias here as they are starting to arrive in Canada. We'll see what else we can see here at the event. And here's the Zinger 21C, the more streamlined version. Not the V, or this is the VMAX, I guess, but a car that we did see back in Monterey. And yeah, like I said in previous videos, everything here is like 3D printed. So the car is really a tech demo. I think they sold a lot of parts to McLaren and Ferrari as well. But the big selling point here, obviously, is the seating positions. 2 seats, except the passenger sits behind the driver. So very much like a fighter jet. It's a wild car, guys. There's not too much like this on the market. It has a 2.8 liter V8 as well, a hybrid. So very interesting power plant. It's a pretty small V8, very nimble. It sets track records pretty much everywhere it goes. It is a ballistic car and just interesting from every angle. I mean, have a look at that. It's huge. The doors are absolutely massive too. That's really funny. I'm not really sure where you could park this without dinging the door, unfortunately, but other than that, my goodness, it's a very cool and interesting car nonetheless. Here we go, nice NA1 NSX. I will always stop to show these off on the classic Desmond Regimaster Evos 2, which generally when we see those wheels, they are finished in white, so nice to see some silver ones there. Got the slammed Merc looking very nice, VIP style MC20, and like I said, guys, nice collection of cars. We continue through the lot here. Look at that R8, got a couple of R32s over there too. Nice selection here. Here we go, got the nice 911 ST. Great spec on this car. You can see obviously very Gulf themed with the blue and the orange accenting the orange stitching right through the car too. But yeah, lovely to see that. There's some stuff is starting to leave. That is a gated V10 manual R8 Spider, so really nice car, quite rare. Speaking of rare, plain first gen Gallardo. Like hardly ever see these around. I think this one does sound quite good too. If he does make any noise, maybe not. We'll see. Either way though, very good looking car. There we go. As I mentioned, nice sound. And there we go, post Pfaff open house, just down in Yorkville here for a quick little roll through, see what's around, and boom, matte orange Aventador SV. And it looks like, yeah, it is the Roadster too, top up right now, obviously, since it is parked. But it is a lovely day to have the Roadster out, so I'm sure when he leaves, he will bring the top down. But that's a nice little surprise. Aside from that M2, it's like the only car up here, so I was not expecting to see that when we turned around the corner here at the Yorkville parking garage. But we are used to seeing some pretty big car meets here with a lot of cars, so it's kind of interesting to see a nice supercar like an SV here just sitting by itself. But we are here in Yorkville, as I mentioned, so we might as well see what else we can see while we're down here before the day finishes. It is very nice, as I mentioned, towards the end of September. Ladies and gentlemen, nice little classic car spot, F12 TDF at the Hazelton Hotel. I actually don't remember what the launch spec is. I feel like it was this yellow. Probably the best looking color for this. I still kind of prefer the 812 Comp and definitely the 509 GT over this, but these are rare, so driving by, see one poking its head out of the Hazelton here, should probably stop and show it off. But yeah, there we go, guys. I don't know if it's go busy or not in there. I'm not really sure, but we've seen a lot of F12 TDFs on the channel, and that's just another one for the books. Oh, another Aventador LP700. Bad. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Not too much stuff going on in Yorkville today, but that's okay. We got the Aventador SV, which is still sitting beside me actually as I record this, and there was a lot of cool stuff today at the Pfaff open house. Some very nice hypercars and some unexpected surprises. As I mentioned, there definitely would be. That Mugen RR, definitely one of my top picks from the event. But as always, let me know what you guys like the best down in the comments below from this event. And yes, there is tons of good stuff still to come here in Toronto in 2025. Lots of events in the next couple of weeks. Lamborghini Cars and Coffee, many other morning meets as well. So stay tuned, guys. It will get busy here as we enter the end or the final stretch of the 2025 season here in Canada. And beyond that, well, there's some other really cool stuff coming up as well. But stay tuned, guys. As always, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. Leave the likes in the comments. Thanks always, guys. We'll see you next time on 6 Cars.